In this video, we will continue our discussion on the 5 fundamental human values. So let's talk about Dharma. We will discuss it at the levels of Dharma in action, Dharma in thought, and Dharma in the human heart. We live in a world where everyone needs to act and do things. Dharma is the platform for that action. Let's take the example of our morning coffee. Someone grew the coffee beans, someone grew the sugar cane, and someone else had to milk the cow. Many were involved in turning the raw ingredients into coffee and shipping them to our town, where someone else made the coffee. The cup of coffee itself is merely the tip of the iceberg. If everyone along the way did a good job, then the cup of coffee will be a morning delight. Dharma is the guidelines for actions based on the intrinsic nature of things, the roles individuals play, and their associated duties. Dharma involves physical, social, and mental activities, or in other words, thoughts, words, and deeds. Dharma is characterized by right and wrong, resulting in good and bad, happiness and unhappiness. At all levels, right and wrong are closely related to truth and untruth. Following the dictates of truth leads to Dharma, and the opposite leads to the wrong, or adharma. In the Christian tradition, it is said, "There is no saint without a past, no sinner without a future." Now, the difference between a sinner and a saint is Dharma. Dharma is the central concept of Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. However, it is implicit in all religions. According to Buddhist teaching, Dharma is a key element on the path to salvation. And in Hinduism, it includes the religious duties and moral duties that contribute to the good society. Finally, the illustrious Buddha asked his followers to take refuge in Dharma. Dharma is multifaceted in our daily lives. It includes righteousness, duty, professionalism, and ethical guidelines, and everything that is appropriate and correct. In its simplest form, Dharma of the moment often boils down to following the rules and ethics of society. For example, follow the traffic rules, speak the truth, uphold the Constitution, and follow religious decrees and wisdom. Every individual on earth has his or her own Dharma to follow, which encompasses morality, ethics, and duties. For example, the Dharma of a parent is to take care of the children. The Dharma of a child is to obey and respect the parents. Dharma is also personalized and comprised of personal paradigms, which in Vedanta is referred to as Svadharma. For example, the Dharma of a metal is to conduct electricity, and the Dharma of an insulator is to prevent the flow of current, so using metal as an insulator makes no sense. In the words of philosopher J.A.B. Van Buitenen, Dharma is the pursuit and execution of one's nature and true calling, thus playing one's role in cosmic concert. Therefore, Dharma is not just right action, but also righteousness at a cosmic level. The Bhagavad Gita urges everyone to follow their own Dharma by saying, "Greater is thine own Dharma, even if this be humble, than the Dharma of another that may appear greater." Dharma has many manifestations. Ethical behavior, duty, and diligence are means for practicing Dharma, while morality, conscientiousness, and the awareness of truth are the sources of Dharma. For any individual, selflessness and the spirit of service represent the highest forms of Dharma. Here are some other common virtues associated with Dharma. As an individual evolves, his or her actions pursue higher levels of Dharma. To start, the right things are done and the wrong are avoided. As one grows further, actions are guided by idealism and integrity. Finally, the individual understands his or her own nature, identifies what he or she needs to do, and performs these duties without the fear of consequences. Dharma manifests itself in the hand, the head, and the human heart. In practical application, Dharma is seen in acting with morality and ethics, doing one's very best, and remembering others' interests. Dharma should not only be taken seriously, but enjoyed. According to Sai Baba, this is fundamental to the discharge of Dharma. In his words, the secret of happiness is not in doing what you like, but in liking what you have to do. In the mind, Dharma is seen as action based in truth or integrity, a sense of duty and commitment, and respect for the world at large. As Buddha once said, Dharma is not upheld by talking about it. Dharma is upheld by living in harmony with it. As this quote from Buddha says, it is important to live in harmony with Dharma, accepting it, and living in it every moment of our lives. In the heart, Dharma involves focusing on truth. This is the basis of Dharma. Following one's conscience, which leads one to truth and points out the right things to do. Finally, rising above selfishness by acting in a spirit of selflessness and remembering the greater good. In today's turbulent world, righteousness, or Dharma, is more important than ever. Sai Baba has said, if there is righteousness in the heart, there will be beauty in character. If there is beauty in character, there will be harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there will be order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there will be peace in the world. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video on Dharma. We will continue our discussion on the 5 fundamental human values with our next videos on love, peace, and nonviolence.